Talk, and we're going to show you we're here right now on our balcony, and the most massive glacier you will ever see right here in Greenland. So if you're watching the replay, thanks for watching. We are live here at 4:22 p.m. Ship time, which is 1:22 Eastern U.S. time. So hopefully we get some people viewing in here live. I know people will watch it on the replay, but this is the most massive glacier ever. Most massive glacier ever. Yeah. Yeah. So this is on Jewel of the Seas, 16-night Arctic crossing. Here's some of the alpine glaciers. This used to come all the way down. It was all full of ice. Now it's nothing. Look at the size of that glacier.
Look at all the icebergs.
And icebergs all around. It's about 40 degrees. It's a little chilly here. We're on Royal Caribbean Jewel of the Seas. And that is the most massive glacier you will ever see. So please drop a comment below if you're listening or watching live in Greenland on Royal Caribbean Jewel of the Seas. We are in Prince Christian Sound. There's a panoramic view. Okay, we'll try to turn. Sorry about the internet. I mean, we're in Greenland. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. No, we're on our way to Qaqortoq, Greenland. And I know it's 1:24 p.m. on the Eastern U.S., so people are working. But wow, if you are able to see this live or even on the replay, we got a few people in here joining us. We are in Greenland and Prince Christian Sound on Royal Caribbean Jewel of the Seas. We got 23 people watching live. Please drop me a comment below. Tell me where you're watching from. And hopefully the internet stays here. It's kind of been dropping in and out, but look at the size of that glacier. It's just massive. We'll zoom out so you can get a perspective of it. We are in one of the inlets in but look at the ice. Much of the valley here. Oh gosh, come on. Oh, we're not back. Okay. Sorry. Oh, here we go. We got some people in Austria. Very cool, beautiful. This is in Greenland. This is in southern Greenland. We're in one of the inlets in Prince Christian Sound on Royal Caribbean Jewel of the Seas. Someone watching all the way from Austria. Look at that ice. Oh my gosh. Please hit the thumbs up. And we'll be on this ship for next week and a half on our way through South Greenland. Got some videos I'll be posting from Iceland. We went to Iceland we did 3 days in Iceland and went to Reykjavik. We went to Isafjordur and we went to Akureyri. And people are saying it's beautiful. It's definitely beautiful. Yep, now they're starting the engines, as you can see, getting us turned around. But these glaciers, this is summertime after all, but this glacier, for example, it used to go all the way down here, and it's all shrunk. And that's the same with much of the alpine glaciers there. And, you know, this big glacier right there, it most likely extended out, you know, about 40 years ago, probably a good 100, 200 feet beyond that. They are retreating. They are calving. You could see the ice blocks at the edge, and they come off. They make very loud noise. The natives used to call it white thunder. They could feel the coldness. Good evening if you're from Europe. Yep, it's 4:27 here, ship time. We're kind of in between. We already gained 2 hours back from Amsterdam. We left Amsterdam. And again, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, please. I would really appreciate it. We are in one of the fjords. Yes, this is in Prince Christian Sound. And we actually veered off into one of these little inlets. So to see this, we saw a few glaciers. There's some small ones. There's a little baby one right there.
That one's amazing.
This is
That is with the ice and
most
lines.
massive glacier you'll ever see on Earth, really. And you can only see this from a cruise ship. We've been to Norway. I'm from U.S., Florida. This is one of the fjords in Greenland. So we're near Korktok, Greenland. We'll be there tomorrow. And I got an amazing adventure. We're going to be walking on one of these ice caps tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe, please, so you can see it. Don't know if I can bring that live because I'm on the ship's Wi-Fi right now. But I will have videos of it. An amazing ice cap expedition in Korktok, Greenland. And right now, this is one of the inlets. And we will be cruising back through Prince Christian Sound. I'll show you actually where. Can't really see it yet, but the main fjord is that way. And we came off one of these inlets, and you can see some lateral moraines from the glacier. This glacier, for example, used to go all the way to the water. So that went all the way to the water, but we got low clouds. It was drizzling earlier. Yes, we have a great day ahead. We got to continue cruising through Prince Christian Sound. And I'm all bundled up. Oop. There, I'm all bundled up. I got, is the microphone working? Is the sound okay? I forgot I had my microphone on. So if that's the case, it's working pretty good. I am bundled up in layers. I got 3 layers. I got a base, well, a t-shirt and a base layer, and then a Royal Caribbean jacket. I got this in Iceland. I got this in, where did I get this? This is a fjorder. I got this when we went to the island. We walked around town. Yeah, so I got this in Isafjordur. Went to grocery store. We looked around. We'll turn it back around here. Look at this glacier, though. What kind of wildlife lives here? So a lot of birds, Arctic terns. That's it. That's it. Just birds. There may be, I don't know if you know if there's puffins. Well, fish, whales, definitely whales. There was a whale spotting earlier, but this is mostly birds and fish. There's no land animals here. Birds, fish. That's it, really. Someone is I am in maybe Indiana. This is in Greenland. We're in Greenland, South Greenland, on Royal Caribbean Jewel of the Seas. This is just amazing sight. This is okay. I think we're back. I had to go back in my room here to get reconnected. So sorry about that. I mean, we are in Greenland. Okay, looks like I lost everyone. I am back. I'm trying to stay here as long as we can. And the sun's trying to peek through at the top of that glacier. And as the title says, I am live from Greenland. Look at the massive glacier. Wow. I want to continue down the Prince Christian Sound. Looks like we're still going to head in the same direction we were heading, but they took a detour and they came in here to this inlet to look at this massive glacier. Look at all the ice that broke off the glacier. This is better than Alaska
Yeah.
because there's more than one glacier.
The most up close and the largest.
Lots of glaciers. Okay, sorry we lost. If I lose you, don't leave because I'm going to be reconnecting shortly. So don't, just giving you an advance warning. If we drop connection, it'll come back in a minute or not even a minute, maybe 20 seconds. So don't go anywhere. Look at the ice. And at the terminus of the glacier, that is all the sediment that is coming out of the ice. We are in Greenland. We're in South Greenland, all the way at the southern tip of Greenland. That's where we are. Greenland's a big country.
Is that a circle?
Yeah, it's a bowl. And this is probably the most massive glacier you'll ever see. And it goes up above that. It's about 40 degrees. So it is chilly. It is 40 degrees. The wind does come in straight towards us. So right now it's kind of blocked by this inlet. But we are bundled up. And you can see all the ice that broke off. Lots of little icebergs. We were closer to it, but this is, we were a little bit closer, maybe by about 100 yards, maybe, but they can't go all the way up to it because of the safety issues. You can see some of the land there. There's not a lot of room in there. So they got a little bit closer, but, I'm zooming in for you. So there's, can't go right up to it. Too risky. But tomorrow I'm going to be in Korkatok, and we're going to be walking on one of these ice caps. So please like and subscribe, and I'm going to post videos of that. And here's another of the many icebergs. So again, if I lose connection, don't go away. It'll restore within, 10, 15 seconds or so. But right now we'll hold on to it while we got it. It's just a massive glacier. And when the glacier calves, that means it's breaking off at the edges. It makes a thunderous clap into the water. And the natives call it white thunder. We're on a balcony here. This is our balcony. So we have a great view here to the back of the ship. And everyone else is watching from their balconies as well. Some of the ice is blue. Very dense ice. It's the way the oxygen in the ice and the light refracts off of it. So here's one. It's very dense ice. And then the light refracts off of it and the oxygen in there, and so it's blue. That one there in the foreground has a little bit of blue near the bottom. And of course, as we all learned in school, icebergs are 10% above water and 90% under the water. Look at that massive glacier. Sorry about the spot connection, but trying to bring you live coverage that you won't see anywhere else on YouTube. Live streaming from Greenland and the glaciers. So please hit that like button. This glacier, no doubt, was all the way, well, of course, 10,000 years ago, this whole fjord was just full of ice. But this in particular was, you see where that land kind of juts out? That's all that sediment. There was a glacier there from the side, but that big glacier used to be probably that far, probably about 100 years ago. And it retreated. Yeah, way out where that land is. Probably about 100 years ago it was out that far. And it will just no doubt keep retreating. We've seen the glaciers in Alaska, and even in 10 years' time when we went, from the previous 10 years to today, you can see how much they retreated. I took my photos and I did before and after, and you can see it. So it's sad, but it happens. And the same thing here. This used to be all ice all the way down, and now you can see it's shrunk all the way up there. Now in the winter, yeah, it'll probably come down to here. Then next year it'll retreat more, and then it'll just keep stair stepping, and eventually it'll be all. Look at this iceberg here. This is a really, really cool iceberg. That's a big one right there.
Is this the big one we went around?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, that's the one that we came around and then down there.
Yep. That's a huge iceberg. I'm surprised we made it in this inlet. I didn't think we were going to get any closer. Take a good photo of that. And there is our glacier. I'm sure it's got a name, but we are in Prince Christian Sound in southern south tip of Greenland, and we diverted into this inlet. We were able to get kind of close to it. We showed you the video, and it looks like we're slowly now picking up speed on the Royal Caribbean Jewel Seas. Sailors of the Caribbean. Yeah, most of our cruises are in the Caribbean. And now we are continuing on our way in Prince Christian Sound, which is a enormous fjord. It much reminds me of the ones in Norway, except it's all, yeah, this much more bare. The land is more bare. We got ice and bare rock. Norway will have green forest, lush vegetation, lots of waterfalls. So let's get one last look at our big, huge glacier before we get out of view. So I hope you all really like this live stream. We'll stay here. Tomorrow we'll be in Korktok, Greenland. Then we will be in stuff. I was doing deck 12 was better than the front. It wasn't as crowded.
Deck 12 was?
Yeah. They had the hot chocolate and everything. So here's the big iceberg. He was showing the glaciers and talking about the different features and the debris that you see at the base, like say right there, straight ahead. That all used to be covered with ice. That shows it's called a moraine. That's terminal moraine. It was all the debris right up in the valley where the ice is, and the ice ends. You see, looks like a bunch of sand. That was all ice. That was all carried by the ice, and the ice melted. And the one there that has gray at the base.
You're talking the one on the right with the circle.
Yeah.
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 You can really see all the graininess, like gravel.
Yeah. So that whole thing was covered with ice. And you can see actually over there, that one right there, that whole valley was all covered with ice. And we are yeah, see that valley? Yeah, that was all covered with ice. And now we have, as we move on our way back into Prince Christian Sound, there is Prince Christian Sound. Huge fjord. This was just a little side inlet. Just think of this as a mainline stream and a little tributary. I was like going to say, if news don't go away, we drop, it'll come back. And here is the main fjord, Prince Christian Sound. There are fjords all over the world. Norway has plenty. Alaska has some. Anywhere there were ice in the Pleistocene or earlier periods, there were large masses of ice and ice sheets. and glaciers, you will find fjords. And there are fjords even in New Zealand, believe it or not. And in maritime terms, they will call them a sound. It's sort of like a body of water that's winds between land masses. And so this one in particular is called Prince Christian Sound. And I'm on my balcony on Royal Caribbean Jewel of the Seas. And if you just joined, you just need to check the replay out. The huge glacier that was around that right there. We were in that inlet. And now you can see all this ice. It's 4:46 p.m. in ship time. So we're 3 hours behind US. And we are now making our way, continuing along. We came from that direction. So we were way down there. We came this way. Then we saw that glacier. We went in this inlet. We saw that huge glacier. Now we turned around. We had hot chocolate up at the pool deck. Now I'm back in my balcony. And now we are starting to build up speed. I go out to the edge. Hopefully we don't lose you, but if we drop, just hang on. Just takes a few seconds. And we will see more views of Greenland here, southern Greenland, as we continue cruising down Prince Christian Sound in the south tip of Greenland. It's about 40 degrees, so it is cold. So that's a huge iceberg right there. That's a really huge iceberg. And what else can I show you? You have any questions? Just ask me a question. Oh, let me see that. Remember, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Even in Greenland, you can have red stripe beer on a Royal Caribbean cruise. All right. So we're looking at Prince Christian Sound. Please drop me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. We're still live. And this is Prince Christian Sound. It's a fjord in southern Greenland. Your phone is on. That's your phone. Mm-hmm. I know it's 1:43 in the U.S. East, so everyone's working. So there is Prince Christian Sound. I'm gonna back lines. I would really appreciate it. It shows what I'm doing. Not time. Look at that huge waterfall. I mean, it's hard to see, but see the iceberg on the water? Just follow that up, 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 from up there. There are lots of waterfalls here, and we are now getting up to speed. It's a gorgeous shot. Look at that iceberg right there. Get your camera. Yeah, get your camera. This Look at the blue underneath that iceberg. Here, you want to get. You won't see this anywhere else in the.
I was gonna charge
Can you hold this for a second? That's a great shot right there. I had to use my wife's phone to take a photo of that. Right there. What a capture. Look at that. All right, we are now getting up to speed here in Prince Christian Sound. And on either side of us, as you can see, okay, we're back. I wanted to show you this spectacular waterfall. Here, you can get up here. Sound in Greenland.
We may have to come back here with another cruise mode.
Yeah.
Just because it's so beautiful.
This is great. I appreciate everyone joining me live. Hit the like and subscribe button, please. I'll be in Corkatok tomorrow, and I'll be posting videos of my ice cap trekking adventures. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. And please, peace out.